it must have been so emotional for you guys to leave your sister behind. I mean, she was only 2 months.
I mean, I was emotional and I was young, so I'm always thinking how my mom felt. Like that must have been so hard on her to have to leave a kid that's that young.
Yeah.
Just to make a sacrifice for her family.
Yeah.
To make sure that we had better opportunities.
Yes.
And like I'm always like so proud of my mom and my parents, what my dad and my mom, what they have done for us. And I'm like, that's why in life I always have to make sure I work so hard. No, when I was even in high school, I was not confident in wearing my hijab. Because when you look at the beauty standards, when you look at what is beautiful, when you look at the media, it's not someone who looks like me. It's not someone who's covered. It's not a black woman. That's not what you see as beautiful. So I was never confident. I remember I used to always want to take off my hijab, and my mom would tell me, no, you have to be confident in yourself, be true to yourself. And I feel like she is the reason why I'm like that.
I love your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello and a warm welcome to the show. My name is Lynn Ngugi. Now, for the longest time, the definition of beauty never included people who resemble my guest today. But it's amazing to see her representing so many women in the world and conquering milestones. How does a young girl who was a refugee in Kenya get to conquer so many things? We are about to listen to her story today. But before we do, allow me to say thank you to our partners here at Westwood Hotel for giving us this amazing space so that we are able to bring you conversations that have the ability to impact lives. And now, without further ado, please allow me to let my guest today introduce herself. Hello, hello.
Hello, everyone.
Yes.
So my name is Khadija Omar.
Yeah.
I'm currently Miss Somalia 2021.
Yeah.
I am a psychology student. I'm also a makeup artist. And that's just like a little short bio about myself before we jump into the full story.
Before you jump, because you do have a story. First, are we allowed to say how proud we are of you? Because as you are 21.
20.
Right? You are 20.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Apologies. You are 20. And you have done so many things that when I was going through your bio and I saw that you were once a refugee here in Kenya, I was like, she is the perfect person for my show today, because you have the ability to show people that you can move from this to this particular place. So before I continue talking too much, please take us through your story.
Okay. Let me start from the beginning.
Yeah.
Well, I was born in a refugee camp. I was born in the Hijabi camp. So I don't remember much about the camp because I was really young. But what I do remember is just like, I remember how long the waiting list to come to Canada was. Like my parents, they applied to move out of on the refugee waiting list since before I was born. So like in 1990 something.
They did what?
Yeah.
That's
how long it took.
Before you were born?
Before I was born.
Oh, so let me ask you, when you talk to your parents, what made them become refugees?
Well, see, my dad and my parents, my mom and my dad wanted opportunity source they didn't have. They wanted to make sure that in life that we can be able to become anything that we wanted. And my dad literally, he quit his goals, what he wanted to do in the future. He sacrificed all that just for us. And he's like, I'm going to make sure that my kids have a better opportunity than I did. And that's what my mom also did. So for them to be able to be in that waiting list for that long, just to be like, I want to make sure my kids have a good life. So that's how long we were in the waiting list. And then actually in 2010 was when we were accepted to come to Canada. And I remember we were so excited. I literally searched, we had a book and it showed how Canada looked. So I was thinking, oh my God, it's always gonna be snowy. I had this image of Canada. But every day I remember I was so excited. I was like, I can't wait to start this new life. Because I remember when I used to be with the kids, I used to talk to them and I used to be like, I'm going to come back. And I remember saying that I would come back and I'll help in the refugee, but I never knew how I was going to do that at that time. I was that kid who was like, yes, I'm going to come do this for you. I'll come do that for you. As a little kid in the refugee camp, I didn't have anything at that time. But then, I don't know, in my life, I always knew that I wanted to become something, that I wanted to represent a lot of people. And I was like, just because this is my beginning, this is where my story starts, it doesn't determine where I'm going to go in the future.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so amazing. So you getting the news that you are moving to Canada, that was super amazing for you.
Yes.
Wow.
Because we waited almost a whole decade, 10 years for that. So my family was so excited about that. And it's like, but sad part is when we were able to come in 2010, my sister was born like 2 months before we're supposed to fly. So she wasn't able to come because she wasn't registered for it.
Wow.
So my parents had to like, it's either we all don't go or we just leave her behind and she comes
She
after
was
a couple
2
months. Yeah, she
So-
was really young.
Okay, hold on. So you left your sister behind and
Yeah.
she was 2 months.
Mhm.
So who are you leaving her with?
We
Because
left-
I'm assuming your mom is also going with you
Yeah.
guys.
But we also had family too
Yeah.
in the refugee camp. Like I had cousins. The thing is, I had a lot of family there. I have cousins who are, let's say, in the UK. I have cousins who are in Australia. I have
Yeah.
cousins in the US. And that's just like one thing sad about the refugee camps is like we all get scattered across the world.
Yeah.
But then I'm hopefully like one day we'll all get to meet each other again.
Yeah.
And, like that's how I feel. Like even my cousins that I remember being in the refugee camp with them, have not seen them since I've left. Like, and it's been how many years? I think 10 years now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, one day, like, and that's the lady, like, I made a promise to her. I was like, yeah, I'm going to come back and I'll help you guys one day.
Yeah.
So I do hope that one day I do find her in the UK and I see her again.
You will.
Yeah.
You will. It must have been so emotional for you guys to leave your sister behind. I mean, she was only 2 months.
I mean, I was emotional and I was young. So I'm always thinking how my mom felt. Like, that must have been so hard on her to have to leave a kid that's that young.
Yeah.
Just to make a sacrifice for her family.
Yeah.
To make sure that we had better opportunities.
Yes.
And like, I'm always like so proud of my mom and my parents, my dad and my mom, what they have done for us. And I'm like, that's why in life I always have to make sure I work so hard and make them proud. And people are like, oh, you're so young and you're doing all this. It's because of
It's because we don't get where. Yeah.
it's because of where I came from. So I don't have like, even my mom used to tell me like, make sure you do good in life because we can't really like, you don't have anything from us, so you have to depend on yourself.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's why like I do what I do right now.
Mm.
So when we left my sister behind, sorry.
Yeah, it's all right.
So when I left, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we left my sister behind, and it's like I feel like that's so sad because we didn't get to see her grow up for that first year.
Yeah.
We didn't get to see her take her first step, like her first words. Like we missed all that.
Yeah.
But at least she was with my cousins.
Yeah.
So
She was
yeah,
safe.
yeah, she was with her
Mm.
family.
Yeah, and all for a better cause.
Mhm.
Wow. So you moved to Canada,
Mhm.
and here you are. Of course, you've left your sister behind, but sacrifices have to be made.
Yes.
And you get to Canada, and how was that like for you?
I don't know. I always felt like it was so hard. It's like, yes, we moved to find the better opportunities, but then we had to leave everything behind. We had to leave our family behind. We had to start a whole new life from nothing. And I remember even how my dad, he was so hardworking. Like the first week after we came to Canada, he was looking for a job already. Like, I'm going to make sure I work because I came here to make sure that my kids have better opportunities. So that is what I'm going to make sure I do.
Yes.
So that's how my dad is. He's such a hardworking person. Every time I think about his story,
Yeah.
it makes me emotional because
Yes.
I'm like, he did all that.
Mhm.
Yeah, so in class, I didn't fit in with the kids because it's like I didn't know English. So I had to be put in ESL class to catch up and learn English so I could be able to communicate with other kids.
Yeah.
I did get bullied just because I wasn't able to talk to the kids. I never felt like I fitted in. I was that one black girl with the hijab in a school full of like white kids, you know?
Yeah.
But then, like, my school, like, sorry.
It's all right. Take your time. It's
Yeah.
okay.
I'm just remembering everything.
Yeah, let's do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, so in class, as much as it was hard fitting in with the kids, I just remember obviously I want to think positive, remember the good things. I remember in Canada, it's a very multicultural country, sorry.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of kids from different countries. And then in my ASL class, you meet other kids who don't speak English too, other kids from different countries. So like we just had that bond.
Yeah, you
And
felt
then-
like you fitted
Yeah.
in a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then at least I'm like, oh wow, I get to see so many people from different countries and like understand different cultures, understand how other people think and like just the religion and learn about different people. And that was the thing that I loved about Canada,
Yeah.
how different everyone was.
Yes.
So when I was in class, I remember I was like, okay, just because I look different, just because I don't fit in, like that used to make me insecure. But now I look back at it and I'm like, I'm so proud that I was still like, I'm still who I am.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to change just
You-
because
you-
I didn't see people like me.
Yeah, you never felt the pressure. You never felt like you needed to become someone different.
Now I don't feel that.
Okay.
Not in the past.
Yes.
No, when I was even in high school, I was not confident in wearing my hijab. Because when you look at the beauty standards, when you look at what is beautiful, when you look at the media, it's not someone who looks like me. it's not someone who's covered, it's not a black woman, that's not what you see as beautiful. So I was never confident. I remember I used to always want to take off my hijab, but my mom would tell me, no, you have to be confident in yourself, be true to yourself. And I feel like she is the reason why I'm like that.
I love your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Because we live in a world where there's so much pressure,
Yes.
especially also with social media. And also, as we said earlier, the definition of beauty never included people who look like you.
Yes.
Even for the longest time also, the definition of beauty never included people who looked like us.
Yes.
It was so hard for someone to rock their natural hair because you are like, that's not what beauty looks like, because we never had people like you to even affirm to us that this is beauty.
Yes.
And even as young women, you have to look at it like she is in hijab and she is beautiful. Because right now I'm so happy we live in a world where beauty is from here and not what people
Yes,
see.
what's inside, not
so
outside, to your values.
congratulations for holding on to yourself and to your parents for affirming to you that you are beautiful even with a hijab. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So when I was in high school, I
Yeah.
really got into beauty because I always loved fashion. I always loved makeup, and because I liked art,
Yeah.
so I used to draw all the time. I used to draw like makeup
Yes.
on faces.
Yeah.
And then I was like, why don't I just start doing makeup? My face should be the canvas, and I should just start painting and doing some of my face.
Yes.
Yes. So then I got into the love of makeup, but then I was always like, there's not someone who still represents me.
Yeah.
So let me start a page. So I started my own page, makeup page, where I'd post different makeup looks and I'd match it with my hijab colors, just to show people I could still be me and do what I love.
Yeah.
You don't have to like change.
Yes.
And it's like the reason why I've wanted to start this journey, the reason why I wanted to be Miss Somalia and do all I'm doing right now is I never felt confident in my hijab, and I know how that feels, and I would never want another hijabi girl to feel that.
Yeah.
Because that was the worst feeling, like you were like, not being able to feel confident in who you are.
Yeah.
So being able to overcome that, and now I love who I am. I'm so confident in that. And I
Yes.
want other girls to have that feeling, because that really is the best feeling, just to be who you are. And you don't have to change, like be proud of who you are.
Yeah.
That feeling,
It's
amazing.
everything.
Yeah.
How are your parents? What was your parents' reaction when you started doing the whole makeup and even telling them you have dreams of becoming Miss Somalia? How was that reception like for them? Were they supportive, or were they like, Khadija, you cannot do that?
it was 50-50.
50-50.
Yes.
Yes.
'Cause my parents, at the beginning, I used to always go to my mom's room because I didn't have makeup, so I would take my mom's makeup. That's how I started my makeup journey.
Yeah.
And then she'd always be like, oh, why are you wearing makeup to school? You shouldn't do that. And at some point, she just got tired. She realized this is what I love doing, and she can't stop me.
Yes.
So she was just like, she would go and like let me go shopping. She would buy me makeup.
Yeah.
Because she noticed that this is what makes me happy.
Yes.
And she just allowed that. Like I was wearing makeup when I was in grade 6, but I was not wearing makeup because I was insecure, wanting to hide myself. It's because that's my form of art.
Yeah.
So from that,
And Dad.
my dad,
Yes.
my dad did not like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was kind of against it. But then he also became supportive. Like when I first told my parents I wanted to do pageants, they were like, what? Because they've never seen, obviously, a hijabi girl do pageant. They've never seen someone represent in that area.
Yeah.
So they didn't think it was possible. But I told them this is something I wanted to do. And I've said that since grade 9. And I've always been like, yeah, I want to do pageants. I want to be the first hijabi. I said I want to be the first hijabi. I'm Miss World in grade 9. I'm in second year university now.
You are in second. So you
Yeah.
said that years ago.
Years ago.
Wow, the beauty of manifesting things into existence, you know?
Yeah.
Wow. So Dad now started, he saw, okay, this is what she wants to do. I can't hold her
Yes.
back. I have to support her. And everyone in your circle was supportive.
Yeah.
How was that like for you to see your parents supporting you?
It's just like they realize that this is what she loves doing and she's working so hard in it. So why would we not support her? Because we want to see her do better. Because she came to Canada to find better opportunities, and like I want to show people like this is the reason why I came to Canada. So I'm going to fulfill my goals
Yeah.
of wanting to do this. And I've always wanted to go. Like being Miss Somalia has brought me so much things. Like I came from a refugee camp, and now I get to go back there and help the people like where I came from. And that was one of my biggest goals. So my dad seeing that it's bringing me all these opportunities, he's so supportive about it. But this story
Yes.
of how I became Miss Somalia is the funniest thing.
Yes, now that's the part we want to hear. How
Yes.
did you become Miss Somalia?
Okay, so I've always applied for pageants
Yeah.
since grade 9. Like,
Yeah.
I applied for the Canadian pageant. I kept applying for it, but pageants is really expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So I just didn't have the money for it. So every year I was like, you know what, I'll start working so I could do it. But then it was too much. But then I remember I told myself, if this is meant for me, it'll come around for me. Like, it'll always come around for me. So every year I didn't give up on that goal.
Yeah.
And then in, November, Monica, my director,
Yes.
Miss Somalia director, she messaged me. She was like, I kept getting emails, oh, Somalia pageant, enter for Somalia pageant. And I was like, is this like one of those, what is it, scam emails? I'm like, I've never heard of this.
Yes.
Why do I keep getting this email?
Yeah.
And then she sent me a message and she's like, oh, I want to have a call with you, this, that. But I was like, oh, this seems too good to be true. Like, this is everything I wanted, but why would everything I want just come just like that? I was
Yeah.
like, it makes no sense.
Yes.
So then I called her and she's telling me about the pageant, everything. She's like, how if like I could have the opportunity to be Miss Somalia and represent so many girls. And it's like, this is something I've wanted for so many years and it's coming true.
Yes.
At first, as the first day we had the call and I was like, yes, right away I was like, I don't want to hear it no more. I'm agreeing to this. I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like, but then it was like, it didn't feel real to me. I felt like it just felt like it was just me
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah.
I didn't still feel, I was just in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So then when I even told my mom,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Mm-hmm.
My mom was like, my mom didn't believe it at all.
Yes.
Because she was like, there's no way, because the pageant
Yeah.
is in December.
Yeah.
And I got contacted around like November, October about it. My mom was like, how are you going to have the time? How are you going to be able to do it? But I didn't care about the time.
Yeah.
I knew that this was my dream and I've always wanted to do this. So time is not going to stop me.
And this is my time right now.
Yes.
Yes.
And I didn't want to miss that opportunity. And it was just like, and then I was supposed to actually postpone it to next year Miss World.
Yeah.
Because I felt like I was scared. So I kept telling Monica, I was like, don't you think this is, because first I was really happy and I wanted to do it. But then I realized, I was like, I don't have time. I didn't train. I didn't do this. I didn't shop for that. Because pageant, there's so many things behind the scenes that you have to work on.
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't do any of that. And I don't really have any pageant experience. I've always just said I wanted to do pageants, but I've never had a big pageant experience. So how am I going to go from no pageant experience to
Yes.
Miss World,
Yeah.
which is like the biggest pageant,
Yeah.
which is crazy. And then, I don't know, Monica always told me, like, if this was meant for you, you've always wanted this, so don't miss out on this opportunity.
Yes.
She's like, if God knew that you're not ready, would have not came now, you know? And then from that, I was like, she is right. This is something I wanted to do, so I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And then, so then it was a week to Miss World.
Yeah.
November 16th was when I got announced Miss World Somalia.
How was
And-
that like?
That was crazy. I was like scared at first, but then I got so much support.
Yeah.
So many people were DMing me. So many Hijabi girls were like really proud of me. And I was like, this is what I've always wanted. I want to represent Hijabi girls. I want to represent girls who feel like they've not been represented. So to have girls messaging me, telling me that they're really proud, that they're proud of being a Hijabi, that they want to now do pageants, made me so happy. I was like, this is all I wished for.
Yeah.
But then I got announced Miss Somalia November 16
Yes.
and had 1 week to get ready for Miss World because I left November 20th. It's not 1 week, November 20th.
Yes.
Because the thing is, I knew about Miss World Somalia, but she didn't, like, we're not sure if we're going to do it this year or next year. So then it got canceled, but then it's a week before
Yeah.
the Miss World, like, 2021.
Yes.
Then it was like, yeah, you're going to have to do it this year. Because she got sent emails from Miss World, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is
Yes.
crazy. Now I only have a
Yes.
week.
Yes.
So I had to do my Be the Purpose project.
Yeah.
I had to do my introduction video, all in the span of 1 week. And that's how hard, like, my team and, like, we worked. Like, we made sure that we would make this happen.
You
and
meet
that it
your
was gonna-
deadlines.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. So there was
Yeah.
nights of no sleep, like, but then I was like, this is my dream. So I'll put everything on the line for it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. So I would not let this opportunity pass.
Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it happened. You became the first
Mhm.
Hijabi woman in the
Yeah.
Miss World. When you met other women, how was the reaction like?
At first, I didn't know how people would react to Miss World seeing a hijabi, but they were so nice to me. Everyone is like, I love what you're doing. Like, it's so empowering. It shows that you can be representation for so many girls. And there's actually a lot of, let's say, other Muslim girls in the pageant and from different countries. So
Yeah.
they're saying, oh, I feel like I also, this girl, me and her had a talk. And, like, it made me so emotional because she's like, I feel like you're also representing me. And that made me so emotional because I'm not just representing just hijabi girls. There's so many Muslim girls that I'm representing.
Yeah.
There's so many different countries.
Yes.
It's not just Somalia.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, it made me so happy. And then
Yeah.
every time I talk to people and they're telling me how happy it makes them, I literally
Like
get
you,
emotional.
yeah, you know, because it's a big deal, you know.
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
I've got to meet so many girls from different countries, see what their goals are, how they want to change the world. It was just so inspiring and hearing everyone's story.
Yeah.
I remember there was times when we would talk and tell each other's stories. It would make me emotional just because how you're hearing my story, where I'm coming from, my beginning. I heard so many other girls' beginnings and how they got here. So imagine how that is. Like, it was so beautiful. It's just showing that pageant's not how it used to be before. It's not just about beauty.
Yes.
It's about what you stand for. It's about how you want to change the world.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have so many stereotypes about Muslim or hijabi women. The fact that you've been blocked from chasing your dreams, that they can't do this, they can't do that, and then to see you rise like this, you should be proud of yourself, and you should be proud of your community and the support that you're getting. And it's not a bad thing to have people look up to you. It just shows that you have been positioned at a place of impact, and now you have to take it upon yourself to be able to show this girl this is the right way. You know, this you are responsible for so many women, and I think I told you that earlier. So many women will be looking up to you, so it's a great responsibility to have, but you also have to approach it with a lot of caution because they are looking up to you, and what Khadija says
matters.
You get it? Yeah.
All right. It's so funny because like I never thought I'd be, even though this is what I love doing since I was like young, pageants and beauty. I'm a very shy person.
Yes.
In school, I would never talk. I would never do presentations. Like, but then when this opportunity came, I was like, this is something that I fear that I have. That I'm gonna let go because I have to represent so many girls. I have to be strong for so many people. So that part of me that's shy to talk, like. Every day I feel like I'm just getting better. I'm improving as a person.
Yes,
like,
you are.
Just because I'm Miss Somalia does not mean I'm perfect. Like there's so many.
So many. And everyone has flaws. No one is perfect.
Yes.
No one is perfect. But then your journey is still beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. There was times where I was so emotional because I felt like people didn't want to come up to me and talk to me. Some girls were scared to ask me questions. And I just felt like the outsider.
Yeah.
And I remember I don't know, there's so many times where I cried, but it's like, that's how it was my whole life. Everywhere I've been, I've always been the different one.
An outsider.
Yeah. And I don't know. And it's like, I'm there, even though I feel like that right now. Maybe the next hijabi girl that comes, she won't feel like that because they've learned from me.
And you're paving the way for them.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank
so
you.
Proud of you. So proud of you right now. So proud of you. Yeah. What are some of the misconceptions do you think the world has about hijabi women or Muslim women?
People feel like our hijab that we're forced to wear is not by choice. That's like the biggest thing.
Yes.
And it's like, or I don't know, it's just like they think that like we don't have a choice of what we can and can't do. But that's not really true. It's just like, just talk to us and you can learn so much about someone. If you're quiet and you don't want to ask questions, you're not going to learn anything. But being able to ask a question, I feel like it's not rude. Because I had some girls that asked me really funny questions.
Yes, like?
So someone asked me, do I sleep with my hijab? So like,
am I allowed to ask?
Yes.
Do you?
No, I don't.
So you don't?
No. I only wear the hijab when I am outside. I only wear it in front of like male. I don't have to wear it in front of my family.
Okay.
But then people don't know that. They think I'm always wearing my hijab.
Yes. And I think you said something important. You said all we need to do is ask, you know? Because even me, I would have been a bit scared to ask Khadija, do you sleep in your hijab? I just want to understand your culture. I just want to feel like, you know, we can have a world where we are not scared of asking each other questions, but with utmost respect and not being disrespectful. So I love that you're trying to educate people, and you said something important. You are not forced to wear it.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
Like I've always had the choice of it. I've started it when I was young.
Yes.
There's times where I didn't feel confident in wearing it.
Yeah.
But I've always had that choice of wearing it.
Yeah.
I'm wearing it because hijab is a part of me.
What does it represent?
The hijab represents modesty. So like, and then for me, it's like represents so many strong women. And that like there's so much meaning to the hijab.
Yeah.
And I made that choice to wear it. There's so many girls that I know that are Muslim. There's so many, like, even family members of mine that don't wear it, but it's okay. That's their choice. Like, nobody is forced to wear it.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I want to make sure people know, that, and people, like, don't be scared to ask questions.
Good.
Really, like, don't be scared to learn new things.
Yeah.
There's obviously a right way you can ask someone something.
Yeah. Are there people who maybe in your journey thought you would still be more beautiful without a hijab?
Yes.
With your hair out and...
You know how many times people have told me that?
Oh, yeah?
So many times. People have told me so many times. Oh, if she's beautiful without a hijab, imagine without a hijab. I'm like, the hijab is what makes me beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Do you do high five?
Yeah.
Yeah. High five. The hijab is what makes you beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you for even making it okay for us to feel safe while asking you those questions, you know, because I believe information is power. I believe information is power. Were you hoping you would be the final Miss World 2021?
I mean, if that happened, I would be so happy.
Yeah.
But truly, I'm already happy just being there and representing so many girls.
Yeah.
Like, that to me is my own crown that I have. Like, my dad told me, it's okay, whatever you place, because you went there with a crown in your head. My hijab is my crown.
Ah, love your dad. That's beautiful. I'm getting a lot of sayings, you know. I can't wait. I don't even know the kind of inspiration I'm going to give my audience today, because that's a crown right there and it makes you beautiful. And I'm happy that you know that makes you beautiful.
So whatever happens at Miss World is meant to be, and whatever outcome happens, I will be happy for
Yeah.
it.
When are the finals?
March 16th.
March 16th.
Yes.
And we are wishing you all the best. I mean, go out there and conquer the world.
Yes.
Already you have conquered so much. You are 20. You know how old I am? I am way older than you are, but it's all amazing to see a 20-year-old being able to represent her community with such force, you know, beautiful, authentic, confident, and not even scared. So just go. You have so many things lined up for you. I hope there never comes a time where you feel like you are not worth of those things. You mentioned about always feeling like you are out of place, like the odd one out. How do you deal with that?
It's okay to be different. Being different does not make you any less beautiful. So that's what I always tell myself. It does not make me any, like, it's not weird to be different. You could be different and still be who you are and be confident in that.
Yeah.
So there are times where I feel, how do I say this? I feel it's like, it really is like, I feel like I'm so different from everyone, and like, it makes me sad, but it's just like, why would I be sad? I'm who I am, and I'm so proud of that.
And that's your power.
Yes.
Being different is good.
Exactly.
Being different is good. You don't have to be
don't have
like
to be the
everyone
same.
else. You don't have to be the same, because then if we came to this world to be like everyone else, what was the intention of God creating us differently? You have your power, I have my power, and it's okay for people to be different, right? Talk to me about the reunion with your sister.
Oh my God. That was the best thing ever.
Yeah.
I remember it was when she came, we all went to go pick up from the airport. We were so excited, and she came with, obviously she's young, so she didn't travel by herself. So she came with someone, and then she looked so different because I was young too. I didn't even almost recognize her. I was like, oh, that's her.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we were just so happy, and then when we came back home, everyone's just playing with her because everyone wanted to see how she is. Like, it's like we were also young. We left her when she was so young, so we didn't really get to have that time with her.
Yeah.
It's like she is your sister, but you almost like, it's like someone new in your life.
Yes.
Yeah. But then quickly, obviously, we became, everything was fine.
Yeah. How is your relationship like right now?
It's amazing.
Is she even excited? Does she know what's going on in your life?
Yes.
Yes.
I feel like my younger sister is the one who kind of is like me.
Yes.
She loves makeup. She's always telling me, oh, please put makeup on for me, do this. She's like my mini me.
Yes.
Because all my other sisters were very different from each other.
Yeah.
But
How many siblings are you?
We're 5.
You're 5.
Yeah, so I'm the oldest one.
You are the oldest
Yes.
one. Oh, man.
Yes.
This is so good.
That's why I need to be the way I am. That's why I need to make sure that I'm so hardworking, because I'm not just like, I just don't want to make so many other people proud. I need to make my family proud.
Yeah.
I need to, like, because we came from a refugee camp to all the way from Canada. I want to show them that just because we're a beginning, it does not, we can do so many things. And for being the oldest, I need to make sure that I show them that you literally could be anything you want to be.
Good.
And I've said that since I was young, that I wanted to be this, and now I'm becoming that. And to me, it's still so crazy. I would look at the room like, oh my God, like I accomplished my first goal.
Yes.
Like this morning, I was getting so emotional because this is like my first interview where I talk about my story. So I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, the world gets to know me
Yes.
and my story. Okay,
Mm-mm. Yeah.
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 And it's just like, I feel like this is just the beginning.
Of
There's
so
many
great,
things that I want to accomplish.
so many great things.
There's so many people that I want to go and help out.
Yeah.
Like I have my beauty with the purpose. I'm gonna go back and help my Somali community.
Yes.
But even from that, like I've always liked makeup, so I'm working on a makeup line.
Good.
That I want to represent so many girls.
Please send me some,
Yes.
because I wanna represent you also here on the show. Yes, you know. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then even from that, one day I know that I want to make an organization, go around so many different countries and help out. This is just the beginning of my story.
Yeah. What do you feel about the conditions refugees live in, and what would you change about that?
I feel like the refugee camp is actually very crowded. There's so many people, and the saddest part is like they have to wait so many years to be able to find an opportunity. And then the hardest thing is about being a refugee is like when you finally move to a different country and you have to start all over, it's so hard. It's not easy for them. And it's like, I'm lucky because I feel like my dad was very hardworking, and he made sure that any work possible that he could do, he did it.
Yes.
And he even, like, the craziest thing is my mom went back when we were in Canada. She got her education. My dad worked. Yes, sorry. My dad worked, and he was like, you have to make sure that you go to school. And so she has a degree. She has a college degree, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
That's
like,
beautiful.
it's just like being in Canada, you see how hardworking immigrants or hardworking refugee families are. They can be a single mom with like 7 kids, Somali mom, and she'll be able to take care of the whole family just by herself.
Yeah.
It's because they're so determined to make sure their kids have a successful future.
Yes.
Their kids had opportunities that they didn't get to have.
Yes.
And that's just, it's so, I don't know, it's just so beautiful seeing that. But
Yes.
what I would want to do in the future is when they're able to like move to different countries, nobody really helps them that much to be able to start a whole new life. They really have to just do it on their own.
On their own. And
Yeah.
it's hectic. And it's emotional also.
Yeah.
God, I just love you. I just love you and everything you stand for.
Thank you.
Yeah, you spoke about having, beauty with a purpose,
Yeah.
coming back and helping people in the refugees, reconnecting them and showing them the best way to start. You're living your dream.
Yeah.
You are, right? You are. What else do you think you're gonna do?
I have no idea. There's so much more.
There's so much more.
There's so
There's
much.
so many
This is
opportunities.
literally just the first like page of my chapter
Yeah.
to my life. I
Yeah.
feel like to the life that I've always wanted myself to have.
Yes.
So I'm so excited to see
Yeah.
where it goes from here.
Yeah.
And I'm like so determined that whatever obstacles come in my way, I will not let that affect me because I know where it came from.
Yeah.
And that is something that I'm never going to forget. And that is something that encourages me. That's something that gives me confidence
Yeah.
to be able to do what I want to do in
Yeah.
life.
Why psychology?
The reason why I wanted to study psychology is, well, in my Somali community, like a lot of people don't have someone. I want to be a therapist. They don't have someone they can go talk to and someone who can relate to them, or understand their story. And myself, I felt that, but I was actually lucky to be able to find a Hijabi therapist. So whenever I talked to her about, let's say, even my insecurities with the hijab,
Yes.
she was able to tell me so much. And she was like, when you want to become a therapist, you should like do something together
Yes.
so that we can help your community,
Good.
because they're so scared to like go and talk to someone. Mental illness, stuff like that, it's just seen as like, oh, if you tell them, oh, you're depressed, you have these problems, it's,
Yeah.
you're not like, okay, just,
Yeah.
it's just like, that's
not-
just, there's
it's not
nothing
a
really to
big
fix
deal,
it,
yeah.
Or someone with mental illness, oh, they're just crazy, there's
Yeah.
there's nothing you could do to fix it. But it's just like, they just need, even like to have a therapist, you need a representation. Like, I feel like in every career, there needs to be someone who represents you.
And who can relate.
Yeah.
And who can relate. Khadija, you have so many good things waiting ahead. I am so excited for this girl right here. I am. What's the greatest lesson life has taught you?
I feel like it is really to be confident in yourself, to be true to who you are, because that was something I struggled with. And I've always said this, I never want to have another girl feel like that. I never want someone to feel that feeling, how I felt when I didn't know who I was, you know? I didn't know who I wanted to, like, there was a point in my life where I was not confident in myself. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know who I wanted to become, even though in the back of my head, I've always had this goal.
Yeah.
It's just, I never had someone else to show me, yeah, you can do it.
Yeah.
Be confident in yourself. That's okay. Like, be confident in your skin.
Yeah.
Even I remember when I was in school, there's kids who came up to me and told me, hey, you'd be so much prettier if your skin was lighter. Because I went to a school full of, one time I went to an Islamic school.
Yeah.
So obviously I feel like they're very different from me. So I had people come up and say that to me. And just like that made me so not confident in my own skin, not believe in myself.
Yeah.
There's so many things that have happened, but I want girls to know that, yeah, I know everybody has a different story.
Yeah.
Everyone's going through their own struggles.
Yeah.
But don't let that affect you.
I want you to look at that camera and talk to your parents, because I know they will be watching this.
Yeah.
So just sitting there, what would you want your parents to know, and everyone who has held you, supported you, and walked with you through this journey?
Okay, let me not get emotional when I say this.
Yeah, and it's allowed.
I want to say thank you to my family, to everyone that has supported me throughout this whole journey, believing in me even in times where I didn't almost believe in myself, telling me that I could do it. And it's just, this journey has been so crazy, and it's just the beginning. And to my parents, you've believed in me from the beginning.
Yeah.
You've helped me even when it was like going to Miss World was last minute. They know the story, but you guys helped me. You stopped everything that you were doing to make sure that I was able to follow my dreams. You've made so many sacrifices for me. So thank you for that. I'm going to try my best to really make you proud. I want to try my best to make everyone that has supported me, to make them proud. I want to make my country proud. I just want to say to even the audience, to everyone that's listening, like, follow your dreams. The beginning, where you start from, is not like
Determine where.
Yeah, does not determine where you're going to go.
Yeah.
So don't feel sad about where you are in life right now. Keep following your dreams. Don't ever give up. Don't ever change your goals just because of what someone's telling you can't do it. Everything, if you put your mind to it, it's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
love
just want to say
that.
thank you to
I
everyone.
love that. Talk to the young women watching you right now who feel a bit discouraged, who don't have the support system that you've experienced, but deep down they have a dream. And also talk to the people in the refugee camps.
So the people in the refugee camp,
Yeah.
we have the same beginning, and I just want you to let you know that still that's just the beginning of your story. There's so many things in life waiting for you. There's so many things that you are going to accomplish. So just follow your dream. Keep, never change it. That's what I always tell myself. Even how crazy, if your goals don't sound crazy to you, don't sound crazy to other people, it's not big enough.
Good.
You have to dream bigger.
Yes, yes.
That is something I always told myself,
Yeah.
And just to even the girls who you feel like there's not really someone there for you, there's not someone supporting you, you have yourself. I feel like always, even though you want other people to support you, the support from you that you get, that's the best support.
And that's the most important.
That's the most important one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm.
So just believe in yourself. You have you.
Yeah.
You have me too.
You have you, and you have me too.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Before we wind up, is there anything you think we should have touched on that we did not touch on? And what would be your parting shot to our audience?
I feel like we've talked a lot.
Oh, okay.
But obviously there's so many stuff in my life that I can't say all the details for, because then this would be a really long show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But we got time, you know.
yes.
We have time, Khadija. We have time. Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I just want to say everyone who's watched this from the beginning to now, thank you for hearing my story. Thank you for taking your time to listen to everything that I'm saying. And I really hope that I can inspire so many people that you can really believe in yourself. And like I always say, your beginning is not your end. It's not where you're going to be in the future. So just be confident in yourself, follow your dreams, and never give up. And lastly, I want to say thank you to the Hijabi community, the Muslim community, and the Somali community. You guys have been so supportive for me in this journey, because in the beginning I was scared to see how people would react, but the way that reactions I've got from everyone has been so amazing. It has encouraged me to be able to encourage you, to make sure that show you guys that you can follow your dreams, you can become whoever you want. And thank you so much for you being able to have this platform to tell my story. Like I said, this is the first time that I got to really tell my story and my journey and where it began. So thank you for this moment. It's been amazing. I really can't wait to tell people more of my story. This is just like I said, it's the beginning of like this new chapter in my life. This is like the first page. So there's going to be so many new things about me, and I hope that you can keep up with me. Yes, like follow my story, and you could find me on Instagram. My name is Khadija Omar. Khadija, I think.
Khadija.
Yes.
Khadija Omar.
Khadija
Now
Omar.
we're gonna put it right here on the screen. Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have an email address maybe?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
It's Khadija. And then .o2001 at gmail.com.
Yeah, the year we were born, you know,
I
gotta be in our email.
I made that one even when I was young. I think I should make a new email.
No, keep that one. It's gonna
so
remind
funny.
you of so many things. No, keep that one. Keep that
it's
one.
Like, you know the email that you made when you were young?
Yes,
it's
even
when
me
you have your date on it.
Yes, even me. I feel like so many people have emails with their birth years, and
oh my
God, we gotta stop doing that. You know, it's so predictable. We have emails. Even me, I have one with my birth.
Oh my God.
Even when I have one with my Khadija, it's Khadija, right? So I want to try and do something with you before we wind up the show. First and foremost, our favorite artist?
My favorite artist?
Yes.
Oh, this is hard. For music?
Yeah.
Wizkid.
Wizkid? Oh my goodness, Wizkid! Okay, that's a good one. Our favorite food?
My favorite food?
Yeah.
I have a lot. I've never, okay. I love rice, but what is my favorite dish? Okay, this is so simple, but I don't know why I love it. You know rice and beans?
Yes.
I don't know why that's been my favorite dish since I was young.
Rice and beans?
Yeah, the one they make in Kenya.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so simple. And then, and I always tell my friends, even in Canada, I would say, and people would be like, "What's wrong with this?"
Yes, you love rice and beans. That's amazing.
But I actually I'm not someone who has something that I like the most. I like everything.
You like everything?
Yes.
Okay. Wow. So thank you so much for coming on the show. This has been a great experience for me also here on the show. I get to experience your culture. I get to learn. I have the freedom to ask you a couple of questions, and you have just what your story signifies is the fact that people can genuinely dream and not let distractions or manipulations or pressure, societal pressure, change them. That if you have a dream, and I love what you said, if people are not talking about your dream, if your dream does not scare you, if people don't think you're crazy when you're talking,
make you
emotional, you know, if your dream does not make you emotional, if people don't think you're crazy, then that dream is not for you. Let it go, you know. But when people now start thinking, this one, she's crazy, you have it. You have it in you. So don't stop. We wish you all the best. Allow me to say a huge thank you to your amazing parents for even supporting you and making sure that you have turned out to be this amazing person that you are. And of course, I always say nothing works for us if God is not in it. So I just genuinely love.
And if you have a dream and you know God is like, it's meant for you. Like, it's okay, be patient, it will come around.
It will come around. I mean, your family waited for 10 years to get to Canada. In grade 9, you always knew you wanted to be makeup.
I told people, I want to be the first Hijabi at Miss World.
Yes.
I've always said that.
Yeah.
Because I've applied to also Miss World Canada, so that's something I've always dreamed about.
Yes.
And now I really am the first Hijabi at Miss World.
At Miss World. And that's a record no one will ever take away from you. That's a record. The first Hijabi at Miss World, you know. And March comes, wishing you all the best. And I do hope that once when you come back here in Kenya, we can always sit and have impactful conversations, and we can always do follow-ups. And also, if you have events, if you are doing anything for charity, how you want this show to help you, always reach out to me, and I'll pass that message to our audience, right? Because I'm a huge believer that as a community we need to come together. Change won't come from anyone. Change comes from us. Change comes by us joining each other's hands and supporting each other. And look at your parents. I mean, if there's one example I'm getting here, it's that your parents believed in you and they did whatever they had to do to make sure your dream came true. The fact that your dad is so hardworking, he even made sure his wife went back to school. How beautiful is that? I mean, how beautiful is that?
Like, my dad truly sacrificed his goals and his dreams to make sure that we were able to reach ours.
Exactly.
And that is like, I have to give so much back to him for that.
Yeah.
I have to make sure that I make him proud because of what he did for us.
And I know you're already making him proud. So the sky is not even the limit for you. Go out there and conquer the world. Represent our communities. Represent our women. Let people know that beauty starts from here and not in what they see. And you guys, I hope you have been totally inspired by this story. We get to sit with the first Hijabi woman in Miss World. That's an honor. That's a record that no one can even break. And I hope you guys, you've learned a lot. I'm very interested to know on the comment section, what's your take home? What's the greatest lesson that you have learned in all this? And of course, you can find her in these social handles here on the screen. Reach out to her, encourage her, guys. Let's see what the world has to offer for her. If you have any questions, DM her, shoot her an email, and I can tell you guys, she's one of the best people you will ever. And she's also a timekeeper. Okay, she was like 10 minutes late, but yes.
Okay, listen, I was late because I didn't know how the Ubers here work.
10 minutes is a good thing here. It's a good thing.
Oh, I thought it was really bad.
No, it's not such a bad. It's not a bad thing. But
I was like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you have a very strong work ethic. So I believe that people will find it easier to even communicate and engage with you. And please do feel free to come back next time, because
so
I want to see where this episode also takes you, right?
Episode 2.
Yes, episode 2. And also thank you, Monica, your director. She's such an amazing woman, and for everything also that she has done in this journey. We also would love to thank her. And you guys, I would not do this without your amazing love and support. When I look at our channel and the communities that we are impacting together, I get quite emotional, but not today. Thank you for everything that you are doing to make this channel a success. All I can do right now is to say asante sana. Thank you so much. And also to my amazing team that makes these episodes happen. My director and camera person, the legendary Edwin Ochieng. Thank you so much for everything you do for this show. And also to our amazing editor, David Moridi, for compiling this episode and making sure that it reaches to you right on time. And also our associate producer, Sabeli Barashkov. Thank you so much for everything you do and the support that you have continued to give our team. If you have a story that you would want to share with me, my email is also right there on the screen. Send a well-detailed brief of your story, and who knows, we could be hosting you next on Elena's show. My name is Lynn Ngugi. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, bye-bye.